This is me. What's my problem? First of all, I'm a rat.
You're a bum. You're a bum. You know that? You're a bum.
Oh, that clock. I hear you. Come on, get up, you say.
You might think of the rags to riches plot as something trivial, or shallow, or simply there for entertainment's sake. Films like My Fair Lady, or Pretty Woman, or Rocky, or the trope often used in classic Disney or Pixar films for children, like Cinderella, Aladdin, and Ratatouille, as feel-good popcorn entertainment, and as such don't have anything serious to teach us about life or the human condition. But I want to suggest to you that this plot type is actually a diamond in the rough, and that the glass slipper represents the perfect bit of insight that you and I need today. One reason you might think that it's trivial, or perhaps even sending the wrong message, is that it has become unfashionable these days to admit that riches is a legitimate, moral, good, upright thing to strive for.
Disruption.
It is as if this plot type is being told to stay in its room and that it should not be allowed to hobnob with respectable society.
I'm warning you now, boy. Any funny business, and you won't have any meals for a week. Giddy.
But rags to riches is fundamentally about what it takes, or we might say what a person is required to go through, in order to properly and competently take on responsibility in the world. It's about what needs to happen in order for there to be proper leadership. In fact, it mirrors the experience of every child coming into the world with no knowledge or skill, vulnerable and fragile, yet possessing pure potential and promise. The basic framework for the plot type looks like this. The protagonist is overlooked and neglected, quite often ruled by incompetent, tyrannical, or illegitimate step-parents, brothers, or sisters, who do not care to cultivate the latent potential in the hero. And in many cases, they may even resent that raw or natural talent. We can find these protagonists under staircases, locked in their rooms, trying to survive down there at the bottom on their own. They are often orphans, unable to find anyone who believes in them. But even so, they find that they have a longing, a dream, a desire that they themselves fully don't yet understand, which is to realize the potential that they have, to actualize that natural skill or raw talent. And it's at this low point that they are visited by a magical figure, a fairy godmother, or a genie, or a ghost, or some figure who recognizes this diamond in the rough status. This mentor figure, representing perhaps the spirit of the past, or the wisdom of the ancestors, the merciful eye of providence, gives them all the things that they need to go right to the top. A pumpkin becomes a carriage, the rags become a beautiful dress, the genie outfits the hero with princely trappings, and the Cockney girl is given proper diction. This little bit of magic propels the hero straight to the top, where they get a taste of high society, dancing at the top of the world. Cinderella dances with the prince, Aladdin courts the princess, and the girl from the ghetto hobnobs with high society at the horse races. But there's just one problem.
Come on, Dover! Move your bloomin' arse!
Goodbye.
No, wait. Oh, please come back.
This magic is not there for the keeping. It's not earned. Like the training wheels on a bicycle, it's there to give our hero a sense of what it's like up there, what it's like to feel the wind in your face, to get a sense of how balance and momentum work. Not something that can be sustained. And so our hero tumbles all the way back down to the bottom, where those anti-mentors, the illegitimate authorities consisting of stepsisters and stepmothers and adopted parents, gloat. We knew you were worthless all along, they say. The rest of the story, then, is the climb back up to the top once again, but this time without the magic, as the hero learns to have skill and competence in the world without artificial assistance, taking the training wheels off and pushing forward with skinned knees and bruised pride. But the most fascinating part is this little element of magic that's left over from the fairy godmother, the genie, or the mentor figure. The slipper that did not disappear with all the rest of the magic, that little bit of essence that perhaps never was part of the magic in the first place. What is it? Could we say that this is the true calling, the true worth, the true spark found in the hero, granted to them at birth, a little promise of their destiny that cannot be lost when we fall off the bike or step out of the protection of our guardians to encounter a world of thorns? It's something like that. And so the hero crawls their way back up, using that little bit of toughness learned from the fall from grace and deploying the lessons learned from the journey thus far right back up to the top. But this time they have learned what a true leader is supposed to be like, what it takes to cultivate the talent and potential of those below. And we know, when we finally reach the end of the story, that this hero will not fall for the traps that befell the wicked stepmothers or the jealous step-siblings we knew earlier in the story. They will not be petty. They will not fall for zero-sum game thinking. They will not backstab or get captured in resentment. These protagonists will not be tyrannical rulers. They will be gracious and kind and just. They will cultivate the talent below and recognize the diamonds in the rough, like the fairy godmother, the genie, or the mentor figure did once for them. So let's give this little plot type a chance, because there's wisdom to be garnered here, and there are diamonds in the rough all around us, if only we have the eyes to see.